So at the beginning of this journey, I recorded the intro for this. Now, the intro, I feel just I was rambling on, not making the real point that I wanted to make. So I'm gonna reshoot it now, and you get to enjoy the journey. So what I'm doing is I'm starting a TCG business. Legally, it's not a TCG business because I'm selling off my personal collection, and it's between like a certain amount which we can earn here in Sweden before we actually have to start making it into a legit business. So it's just currently not a real business, but we're gonna call it a TCG business. So if I refer to that in the video, just keep that in mind, the tax agencies, please. Now, in Pokemon, there are different ways of making money. And I know it's the worst thing you can talk about when you come to Pokemon is talking about money. But money is so involved into Pokemon. That's the reason why the freaking sets are so expensive. If you look at Yu-Gi-Oh, for example, like the older sets are not that expensive because it's so printed and it's keeping it cheap and everything. But Pokemon has been just skyrocketing in price everywhere, so you cannot just go ahead and go back and buy like a vintage pack or an X and Y and it's the same prices as it is on release today. So the money is very involved in Pokemon. Now, there are a couple of ways to make money in Pokemon, and we're gonna quickly talk about everything, and then I'm gonna let you know which way I went. First off, the most hated one is selling sealed product. Sealed product is the most hated one because you basically have stockpiled a bunch of products that people haven't been able to rip, and then you sell them for more expensive than when they were retail. Second thing is selling stuff like this. It's some sort of full art, SARs, IRs, everything. Some of the higher end cards, you sell them basically raw, and most people then buy these, either collect them in a binder or they grade them, and most people actually just grade them and sell them off later on. That comes into the next one, graded cards. This card has been in pretty much every video of mine. It is the single graded card that I have. I do have 7 cards on grading, but they haven't returned. It's been 4 months. It's such a long waiting period, but I really like slabs. I don't know why. I think it's just like a nice way to display them. I like the ETBs because they look nice in a display. We're definitely gonna rip open everyone, so don't worry about that. And there's one more thing you can sell. It's bulk cards. Now, bulk cards are not the most valuable. Some are, but you have often a bunch of them. I think I sit around 6,000 cards. So what I really want to do, and the real reason why I'm doing this, is because if I can sell a couple of the bulk cards, it frees up space. It brings in a little bit of cash that makes it able for me to get like some sort of discount on like a new set that comes out or something that I really want to open up. So I see it more like an ability to get a discount. So I have a bunch of bulk cards. I don't play all of them. I have my favorite decks already built. So please join me on this journey on selling bulk cards, and let's see how much we can make. Stick around and see. Let's get on with the video. I have done what I always done, and I buy too much stuff. I bought everything I think I need currently. We got our white envelopes, we got ourselves the letter scale, we got ourselves packaging materials, sleeves and everything. So we're pretty much set up right now. So the main thing we're going to do right now, I don't know currently if we're splitting this video up into multiple segments or we're going from this beginning to the first sale. We'll see what happens. So this video is probably on a span of a month. We'll see, and I will tell you how quickly it went from me putting in the cards and everything. Now, I got so excited about this idea, so I started to sorting my cards before even starting this recording. So I've gotten a little bit through my collection of bulk cards. I'm currently sorting them by set, and then I'm going to alphabetically sort each set. And I also ordered myself some 4 rows which will arrive in the beginning of next week. And once that has arrived, I will start putting in the cards into Card Market, because I feel like if you have the good sorting system, it's easier. If you get yourself an order in, you can easily check up where your cards are. But I'm not experienced in this, and I just want to share my journey and see what happens. So currently, let me get that. Currently, I have been using these types of boxes to store my cards, and they're quite well. Cardboard boxes, same as the 4 rows pretty much, but they don't hold that many cards. And on the shelving, they take up a lot more space than the 4 rows does. So I hope the 4 rows will be easier, and also it's one box which for example, I have a bunch of Phantasmal Flames because I opened so many packs of Phantasmal Flames. They take up 2 or 3 of these boxes, and then it's hard to like pull orders because you don't know where the heck the cards are. So that's where the 4 rows will come in, but we'll see that when that comes up. So this is just me doing it. Now, one thing that I gotta tell you guys, the best thing that I've gotten so far, besides the sorting trays, which I will show in a bit, is the printer, because the printer just gives you the ability to do so much. I will also, of course, print out the orders with the printer, so that's like the main thing for it. But even when it comes to sorting, you can make your like custom things here. I made for the different lots, so I fill up some trays quite a lot with like Phantasmal Flames. I just print out like a lot, and then I can just stick it into one of those containers, and I will see, oh, that's Phantasmal Flames, and I can kind of keep an order until we get the 4 rows in. Now, I've upgraded my room quite a lot. It's quite hard to see because it's just such a small room, but I put in a second shelf here, with also having my monitor inside of the shelving right here. I know that takes up unnecessary space, but having 2 monitors really help. And then we get ourselves the printer, and then we get ourselves some shipping supplies over here. And then for my work area right now, we also have the PC down here in one shelf, also taking up a lot of space. But one thing here is my work area. This is where I'm going to pack the orders, because I wanted like a dedicated space to pack the orders. So we got ourselves the envelopes right here. We got our Lero scale. We got ourselves a calculator if we need that. We got ourselves Post-it notes and a Sharpie and a scissor. And we also have this little box up here with a bunch of cardboard that I pre-cut. We also have some tape and other fun stuff here for packaging. Also have like a cork over here. Must have fallen down. I'll clean that up later. But we then also have this little box full of Pokemon stickers from different things I've opened, and I think that's just a fun way, if like the weight allows it, to put in some sort of sticker just to be appreciated that someone ordered from me. Another thing that I'm really proud of is, if we look at the table right here, I'm working with this gimbal, is I installed this little light up here, so I can just click that, and then we get ourselves a nice light over the working area, because I am in a small room and it's really warm and dark in here, and I just have to do with what I can. But if I can do anything in this room and we see some sort of progress, that means everyone can do it. And I just wanted to check out how hard is it to do this TCG business stuff, because I see a lot of people doing it, and I think, why not try it out? It doesn't cost anything for me to try it out, and I have a bunch of bulk, and I cannot really play with all the cards, so I rather sell them off and then open up some more fun stuff. Now, saying that, I do have prepared a couple of decks, and I will keep going through it as I sort out the different cards. I put together like this is Festival Grounds deck, so I prepared some of my favorite decks and put them aside, so when we play the TCG at home, we have some of the more fun decks that we like to play with, so we can definitely keep doing that. Now, over to sorting. I bought these from Amazon, which are, if I can record that, Titan Shield sorting trays. And And here's where the printer really comes out, as I sort them upside down currently, because we're doing sets right now. We're not doing alphabetical order, but we're doing the sets, and I'm doing upside down because we have to look at, if we look at this little card here, we have to look at the set itself and sort them in that way. They have just been bunched up in like energy types if they're trainers and stuff like that before, so I have to sort all my bulk once more. But where the printer really helps out is I can just print out these little things we printed out here, for example, and I can cut them out and place them in here, and that makes it a lot easier to sort. So we got 2 of these Titan Shield traits, and then over here you can see that I have done cards that I'm done with. So like the PFL lot for Phantasmal Flames, that box is full of Phantasmal Flames, and I'm gonna fill probably up a second box. And here we got ourselves some Destiny Rivals. So I have currently now sorted Phantasmal Flames in the weight of my Amazon order with the 4 rows. So I've sorted them alphabetically, but now today I finally got the 4 rows in. It's quite bright. It's quite bright right now, but as you can see, we have everything sorted alphabetically. I don't care about that the letters are not in order. I just put them up, and they've been taking up a lot of space having it like this in these 2 sorting trays. And also I have to put all my other sets straight into one of those boxes. We got the Amazon delivery, so we're gonna put together the 4 rows, and then as I go through, I will sort each letter. So for example, for A, I might sort like all the Ambipomps, put them into one pile, put them into Card Market, and then put them in the 4 rows. So they're in the correct order. I'm just gonna go ahead and rip straight into this big box. There are 5 4 rows in here, and let's see, they're from a German company, so hopefully the build quality is good and we can use them. So now we're just gonna go ahead and get started and doing the sorting and putting them onto the Card Market, and I'll be back once we make our first sale. It's been 2 weeks since I started sorting everything into set, alphabetize sorting them, and put them up on Card Market. I'm still currently working on the Sword and Shield part. I have set sorted them now, and I'm going through each set and now alphabetize sorting them. I also recently opened up a Pokeball for a YouTube short, so I have some extra, I think it's Mega Evolution and Obsidian Flames and Journey Together to go through. So we're still in the sorting phase. I have my sorting trays right up right here. I kind of enjoy doing this. Has been a lot of fun, as it's kind of therapeutic just to sit here, and as I don't scan them in or do stuff like that because the cards are not like super valuable. I would say I'm gonna set some sort of limit for me. If I go ahead and sell like full arts or SARs or something on this website, I'm going definitely to add pictures because that's needed. I do have another plan for those cards if I'm going to sell a couple of them, because I love collecting slabs, I realized, and I still haven't gotten back my graded cards, so as of this recording, but I want to collect slabs, I think, because I do love having the cards in slabs. As of now, we have listed 3,454 cards. But it's also been 2 weeks since the last recording, and I've just been manually adding these cards into here and sorting them into the 4 rows. And when I logged in, I think it was 2 days ago, we actually got our first order. So we're going to go ahead and ship that off. So we're going to see here. If we go to my sales, we do have one little sale here. It's for €2.34. I don't know what it's called in what we would say for those types of prices here when it comes to euros. But we're not making much, but it is our first order. So we're gonna go ahead and pack this order up right now. This is now the order part. I've actually cleared a shelf currently just to pack orders. So first of all, here is our order from Card Market. I don't know if you can see that, but we have ourselves 2 Dunsparce from Journey Together that we sold for 0.02 euros. So we're gonna use a plain white envelope in order to package this. So let's go ahead and pack this order. So this is our first order, so we're kind of scary. It's always scary doing your first order. And as I said multiple times in this video is purely like a beginner does everything. So if I do something wrong, let me know. If you feel like the packaging might be too much and there's something that I can improve in the packaging by like changing stuff, let me know in the comments. If there's anything you would have changed in order to make the process better or anything. So let me know that in the comments. So it's just like this, I want this to be as raw as possible. Okay, so this is the wrong box. This is the current one that I'm working with. I'm sorry if you hear the birds in the background. The birds are crazy. I'm just going to go ahead and close that door. Now here's the other one that I have totally filled up this box with definitely many more cards, a bunch of Phantasmal Flames because we opened 2 booster boxes, so that's why we have so much Phantasmal Flames, but we also have our Journey Together lot down here. So let's go ahead and pick out the card. So we're looking for Dunsparce. Here we have Dunsparce. I think this is the exact one we need. Dunsparce, Journey Together. We do have 2 of them, and they're non-holo, just normal common cards, non-reverses. That's the only one we have of Journey Together, really. That's weird. Definitely thought we had more, but here's the 2 cards that we need for this shipment. So let's double check everything. We have the number 20 right here. It's Journey Together, and it's English, of course, and also 2 copies of Dunsparce. Dunsparce. Okay, so these are 2 cards. We're also gonna need ourselves an envelope, I think. And I've also printed out the address. We need ourselves some stamps. We need tape. We need a scissor. We also need a top loader. Oh, see if I can get this. Top loader. We need ourselves some sleeves. These are top loader sleeves, and then we get ourselves some penny sleeves right here from Ultra Pro. So let's pack these cards together, and what I really want to do, just to make sure everything goes smoothly for these cards, I'm taking them out of the sleeves, of course. I've just taken a photo with this order on my phone, because that's just an insurance that it is the right product packed and everything is good on my end. Also that I'm going to send them off. So just to keep like some sort, if people don't want to pay or have some problems with the order, I just want to show that I packed the right stuff. So we have 2 cards. They are the correct cards. So the first thing we're gonna do is break and open this. I have to see that I do it on camera. Oh no, they're a team. What? Let's break open this. Get ourselves some new fresh sleeves. To send these cards in. Now this one I think is, we need 1 sleeve for this. So we have a perfectly clean sleeve. That is not a cleave sleeve. Has a mark on it, which I don't like. We just want it to be like as clean as possible. And then what we want to do also is just with a quick, I'm just gonna go over them quickly because they have been stored for a while. So what I like to do, I'm gonna bring them over here to the light, is just to rub off everything. We're not scratching the cards or anything, we're just rubbing off if there's any dust or anything on them, because they have been stored for so long. We just want to remove any sort of specs so they feel as fresh as possible, because I like to be nice to the cards and also show respect for the buyer that they're buying a card.
from me and that I take good care of the cards. Now, also this is one way also to finally inspect the cards to see if there is any damage that makes me not want to ship it. But if you have any suggestions on how I should do packaging, because one thing I've seen is that we're gonna put both of them, of course, into one sleeve here. So we have 2 cards in here. You can easily fit up to 4 cards in here, but we're gonna weigh everything as well because we only have 50 grams to work with in order to ship. So we're gonna have to turn on our scale, and we only have 50 grams in total to send. Oh no. Let's tear it down and do, we have 4 grams. So let's just put these nicely into a top loader. They have the pull tab. There's still 2 cards in here, so we're not going to do the energy thing here. But if you have any ideas on how to bring down the weight and also the cost, because in this case, oh my god, I've been showing my address and everything during this whole time. Next part, this is also one thing, it will bring up the cost a lot, is put a team bag on here. And it doesn't really matter when you're sending more expensive cards, but when you're sending these types of cards, that gets really, really expensive. It eats up the margins and basically makes me send out the cards for totally free, which makes the whole idea of me like doing this for a discount not worth it. But this will protect, and this is the first order, so that's really why I want to do this. So now just want to pack it as tight as possible. And as neatly as possible. So now that's pretty good. And in here they can move around whatever, but we want it as tight and neatly as possible. Here comes the fun part. Now this is probably what I would think would be good to send. I've seen a lot of people also put just the sleeve and so on top of cardboard. And I think that might actually be a viable strategy. But for the first order, I want to pack it really, really well. But I think if you do one of these sleeves and a penny sleeve, like a team bag sleeve and a penny sleeve, tape it onto cardboard, that probably worked. Cardboard on both sides, that will probably keep it safe. So there we go. Now what we want to do is add tape. Nice pull tabs, as you can see here, to kind of be able to pull up and easily remove them. And then we do one for the last one right here. Last piece, super simple. Just attach this on top. And secure this one. This one we go through just because this just has to stick. So we're just gonna do one on each side here to make it a bit safer. There we go. So that is our cards protected, and now they're in a sleeve together with a top loader, with a team bag, with a tape around it, and I cannot make it more secure than that. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna put them into this order. It has the cards that are in here and then just the address. So we're just gonna put it in here and just set a simple tape on top as well. And let's weigh this beast and see what we get here. We're sitting at 32 grams, which is perfect for us. So last thing we want to do, put on a stamp, which we got over here.
Okay, so the package have now been sent and it's out for delivery right now. It's probably gonna arrive in a couple of days, but we have done sorting, we have done listing. I listed about 3,800 cards. We sold 2 Dunsparce so far. What did we actually make? We made ourselves 37 cents. Now, that is not a lot of money. We're not drowning in money here. I'm not going to go ahead and buy myself the Lamborghini straight away. But this is the idea, basically, to fund opening more packs. I want to get myself, as I said, a bit of a discount when I sell off these cards. Next week, we're doing a big order, and this is just came in. I posted this letter, and when I came back, we got ourselves a massive, I'm not gonna even, I can show a little bit here. We got ourselves a 9-page order of cards. So it is a big order, but you will see that one in the next week. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please take care and peace.